Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmaids.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy November. I am so excited to announce the first feature of November Club QuitaBug. I will be spotlighting the Snow is Glistening stamp set. So this stamp set is actually a limited edition stamp set only available for the month of November. So I thought it was perfect to spotlight this set for Club QuitaBug. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. I'll give you all the details about Club QuitaBug and we'll take a look at the free card kit that I've got for you to go along with this stamp set. So all you have to do to receive your free project kit in the mail from me is simply place a $40 minimum order in my online Stampin' Up! Store. That's $40 before tax and shipping, and make sure that you use the coordinating host code, and I've got it somewhere on the screen for you. Make sure you use that code when you place your order, and that just lets me know that you're wanting to receive this free card kit in the mail. Just don't use that code if your order is $150 or more, because you will still qualify to receive the free project kit in the mail from me, and you will earn Stampin' rewards. And the great thing about the Club QuitaBug free card kits is you can spend your $40 on whatever Stampin' Up! Product you want. It does not have to be the product that I feature in the video. But if you would like to put together your kit the exact same way as I have, I do recommend the stamp set that I'm using and also the ink colors that I'll be using. And those colors are Coastal Cabana, Early Espresso, Real Red, Lemon Lime Twist, and Smoky Slate. And I will be doing just a tiny bit of heat embossing with white Stampin' emboss powder as well. So this kit features 4 pretty fabulous projects. I really love how they turned out. So this is the first card in the kit. Love this card, and this is the one where we've got the little bit of heat embossing, and I've embossed the Whisper White for you with the Swirls and Curls embossing folder. Just a really fun card. I love it. Has a nice winter look. And then this is card number 2. So it says, sending a blizzard of wishes for a wonderful season. Love this card. And here is card number 3. It says, each snowflake is beautiful, sparkling, and special, just like you. I love that sentiment. This is a really pretty card. I love all of the different colors happening on this card. Just a lot of fun. And the 4th and final project is a cute little treat bag. Now, I have got a little bath fizzy bomb in my treat bag. Obviously, the fizzy bomb does not come in the kit, so you'll have to fill your treat bag with whatever you would like, but you'll be receiving the little treat bag, and then you'll be making this cute little topper that you can put on the top of your bag once you decide what goodie you're gonna put inside. So, fun little 4th 3D project. So your kit comes neatly packaged and has everything you need to make one of each of the projects included in the kit. There are also envelopes at the back, as well as a full color PDF that has the measurements and a full supply list for each of the projects in case you want to make more in the future. So let's go ahead and get started with this first project. So I'm going to start with this piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock. I've already die cut this using the stitched shape framelits. Just going to bring in my powder tool, put that on there. That'll help make sure that my embossing powder only sticks where I stamp. So I've got my Versamark ink. Going to stamp Joy right in the center. Bring in my white embossing powder. Okay, there you go. If you do not have any embossing supplies, then you could just use white ink or whatever color ink you want. It's up to you. Whoops, forgot to put this. Forgot to put this in here. Then I'll just bring in my Stampin' Up! Heat tool and get this embossed. On this piece of Lemon Lime Twist, I'm going to stamp the large tree image in Lemon Lime Twist ink. So it's going to give us a nice tone-on-tone look. So just ink that up and stamp it down. Doesn't matter where you stamp it because we're just going to hand cut it out. Then I'm going to stamp this little piece of Early Espresso in Early Espresso ink. I'm going to stamp the little trunk of my tree right here, and again, we're going to cut that out. And now that I've got those two pieces cut out, we can start assembling this card. So I'm going to take my embossed piece of Whisper White here, and I've got some fast fuse. I'm just going to add a little bit down here, and I'm going to wrap my ribbon sort of towards the lower portion of the layer. So right about there looks good. Just flip it, stick it in that adhesive. And then I'm going to adhere this flat to the front of my Whisper White thick card base. And I'm going to be generous with my adhesive since this is embossed. You don't want it to lift or raise up. Okay. And then actually, let me crease my card first. There we go. Okay. Put that in the center, right about there. So this ribbon that I used right there, that is the metallic edge ribbon. So it's got a little bit of silver edging, if you can see that, very pretty. Then I'll just add a little bit of adhesive in the center towards the bottom of my tree. Just put my little trunk back there or down there. Right about there should be good, yeah. And then I'm gonna add some adhesive on the left side of my joy. And I'll just put that, I think right about there. Let's make sure that's straight. Yeah, that's good, right about there. And some dimensionals on the back of this layer here, and we'll just put this on the front of the card right about there. No, I think I want it a little further down. Right about there should be good. Then you've got one of these pretty little snowflake trinkets in there, so you'll either have this design or the other design that comes in the trinkets. I'm just going to add a glue dot onto the back, and I'll put my little trinket right there. And that finishes up the first card in the kit. So pretty. Okay, so I've got my supplies here for card number 2. So I'm going to take my card base. This is a piece of smoky slate cardstock. I've got my piercing mat again and some scratch paper. Just fold up my card base, and we're going to do some stamping just around the edge of this card base. So I'm going to use my smoky slate ink. I'm going to stamp this little polka dot image here, and I'm just going to stamp it all around the edge. It doesn't have to be perfect because most of this is going to be covered up. I just want a nice little border around the front of this card. So I'm going to get this stamped all the way around. So we've got that background complete. Now what we're going to do is stamp on these 3 little snowflake die cuts, and let me show you where I got these from. So we used to have a stamp set called Flurry of Wishes, I think it was called, and it had this coordinating punch that matched it, and this punch actually matches this snowflake, and I think it's this one. Yeah, I don't know, it matches two of these snowflakes. I can't remember, but for sure this one, and no, and I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one, these two snowflakes. It matches them perfectly. So if you still have this, I know it's retired now, but you can pull that out. It coordinates with that stamp set so well. So we're gonna stamp those snowflakes in Smoky Slate. So you just want to line them up in these little die cuts. That's the good thing about photopolymer is you can see right through. So you need 2 of the smaller ones and 1 of the larger ones. There we go. Now I'm gonna take this piece of Whisper White, and in Coastal Cabana, I'm gonna stamp a couple of images. So this little falling snowflake image, I'm going to ink that up, and full strength Coastal Cabana, I'm going to stamp this across the top. Just line it up with the top edge of your Whisper White. Okay, just like that. And then the little polka dot image that we used around our card base, we're going to ink that up in Coastal Cabana, so make sure you clean it off. And then stamp off your Coastal Cabana on some scratch paper and add these little falling polka dots beneath that. And then in Real Red, I'm going to stamp the sentiment towards the bottom here that says, sending a blizzard of wishes for a wonderful season. I'm just going to put that in the center right about here. And this is what we have. Now we can start putting this card together. So I'm just going to adhere all of these layers together. So my Whisper White is going to get centered on top of this piece of Real Red. Just a nice thin border of Real Red showing. And then this is going to get centered onto a piece of Coastal Cabana. I love how colorful these cards are. So fun, okay? There's that. Then you've got a piece of this textured weave ribbon in Granny Apple Green, and I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back here, and I'm gonna wrap this ribbon around. Let's see, right about there looks good. All right, so I added some dimensionals to the back of this layer, and just gonna center that up, and you can see it covers up that middle piece where we had no stamping. So pretty, I love this card. Then we can add on all of our snowflakes. So I just put a dimensional on the back of each one, and I'm gonna put them down, and before I actually press them in, I'm gonna decide on my placement. So I think I want that one right there. Then that one there. Then that one. Yep. I think that looks good. Maybe I'll scoot this one down just a little bit. Okay, that looks good. And then you've got some little rhinestones in there in your kit. So just put 1 rhinestone in the center of each of these snowflakes. And there it is, card number 2 complete. All right, let's go on to the third card. So I'm gonna get all of my pieces that we need to stamp. I'm gonna stamp the sentiment in Lemon Lime Twist. It says, each snowflake is beautiful, sparkling, and special, just like you. And this is a die cut Whisper White oval, again, using these stitched shape framelets. So we'll just put that right in the center. Okay, then we're gonna do some background stamping in Coastal Cabana. So I'm bringing back that large tree image. I've cleaned it off from when we used lemon lime twist with it. And now I'm going to ink this up in Coastal Cabana, and we're just going to kind of use this like a little puzzle piece to create a background. So I'm gonna stamp a little bit away from the left edge. Press that down. Okay. And I love how this tree is made up of snowflakes. I don't know if you noticed that, but it's just a bunch of different snowflakes. Isn't that cool? So now we're gonna take the stamp and you wanna flip it upside down and line up the image with the edge of the first stamped image. That's the beauty of photopolymer, you can see through, and stamp that down. So I missed a little bit right here, but actually the snowflakes lined up really well. But what I'm gonna do is just rotate it back around and get that little piece that I missed. Perfect. So now ink it up again and flip it around, line up that edge. There we go, I love it. And then rotate it around again, line up that edge. It just fits together so well. Love this. And then flip it around one more time, line up the edge, and there we go. You have a beautiful snowflake background. Isn't that so cool? I love that. All right, let's start putting this card together. So I've got a lemon lime twist card base. Just crease that. Then this is a piece of designer series paper from that Under the Mistletoe designer series paper. This is one of my favorite patterns in that paper pack. Ooh, do not put that down yet. I was not paying attention. Okay, we're gonna add adhesive to this. Then I'm gonna bring in my silicone mat since I already added adhesive to this. It'll help keep that sticky back from sticking to anything. So I'll just put this across the center of my designer paper, just like so. Then I'm gonna take this gray granite textured weave ribbon. I love these textured weave ribbons. And I'm gonna cut this down to about 7 inches. And I'm gonna wrap this around and adhere it on the center of my layer. See how that just peels right up? We'll just adhere this across the center, just like that. Let me just add a little bit more adhesive. Okay, now I can put this on the front of my card base, right in the middle. Okay, perfect. Then we'll put our little sentiment onto this piece of real red, this little scalloped piece. Okay, some dimensionals on the back, and then we'll just stick this down off to the right about there. Then you've got all of these little snowflakes, and I cut these using the Colorful Seasons Thinlit dies. So you may have some little pieces still, some little die cut pieces still stuck in the holes. You can just use your paper piercer, the tip of your scissors, something pointy, and get all of those little pieces popped out. Then I'm just going to use some liquid glue, add it to the back, just a little bit, to the back of each of my snowflakes and adhere them down. I want to tuck this one right under here. Whoops. Now that all of my snowflakes are all stuck down, I'm just gonna add the rest of this ribbon right underneath here. tie it in a nice little knot. So just pull it through just like that. Nice simple knot. Trim my ends. Okay, and then you've got some more of those rhinestones. Just add one to the center of each one of your snowflakes. And there you go, that finishes up card number 3. All right, so the fourth and final project is the cute little treat bag. So this is one of our 3x6 gusseted bags. So I have got this delicious smelling hibiscus bath bomb. I think these come in like a pack of 8. I got this one from Walmart. They smell so good. Oh man, they smell so good. So I'm just gonna pop that in here. So again, you can put whatever treat you want inside of your little bag, but that's what I'm gonna put in there. These would make great gifts, just a little Christmas gift or stocking stuffer. These would also be really great craft fair goodies as well. So let's go ahead and do our stamping. So I'm gonna start with this piece of Smoky Slate cardstock. Smoky Slate ink here, and then I've just got the little snowflake image, and we are going to create a quick snowflake background. This image actually tucks really well into itself, so it's so easy to use as a background stamp. And I am just going to rotate it around and add just a little bit stamping in those gaps. Right there. Alrighty. Background complete. And then on this tiny little stitched oval, I am going to stamp the For You sentiment in Coastal Cabana. This is the smallest of the stitched ovals. So we've got all of the stamping complete. We can start putting this bag together. So you've got your topper here. It's already scored for you across the middle. So I'm just gonna give that a nice crease. And what I wanna do is just fold over my bag where I want it. So make sure my little ball is in the center there. Okay, so I think I want it right about there. And then I'm just going to put my topper on. Oh, this feels crooked. Okay, now I got it. I was having some trouble getting that ball centered how I want it. Okay, so I've just folded that over. And then with any stapler, you can just add a staple in the center to keep your little topper on. Then I'm going to adhere our little snowflake piece, and this will cover up that staple on the front here. Okay. Then you've got another one of those snowflakes, and this one is die cut out of the velvet paper featured in the snowflake showcase. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of adhesive. I'm gonna stick that snowflake on, and I kind of want it hanging off the top just a little bit. Then I took the sprig punch from the holiday catalog and punched out one of those sprigs in real red. So again, just a little bit of adhesive and have that kind of hanging off the edge. Then adhesive on the back of my sentiment. Put that onto my tiny little lemon lime twist scallop. And dimensionals on the back. Little piece of glue there. And then we'll just put this, oh, I hope my head isn't in the way. Put this right about there. I think that's straight, right? There we go. Press that down. Isn't that so cute? And then you've got one more tiny little rhinestone. So just pop that in the center of that little snowflake. Give that a press. And then there you go, a super cute, quick, and easy treat. And then just so you know, I took the last sentiment in the stamp set, Merry Christmas to you and peace on earth to all the world, and I stamped that on 3 pieces of Whisper White cardstock, and I'll be adding these pieces to the inside of each of my card. Now these pieces of Whisper White don't come in your kit, but this is just a suggestion for what you can do on the inside of each of your cards. All right, so there we go. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the 4 projects featured in my Snow is Glistening free card kit. I love this kit. I hope that you guys do too. This kit is available for all $40 orders placed in my online Stampin' Up! Store between November 1st through the 15th, 2018. Remember to use the hostess code when you place your order. Just don't use that code if your order is $150 or more, because you will still qualify to receive the kit and you will receive Stampin' rewards for that order. I've got links to my online store just below the video in the description notes, and I've also got more details about Club QuitaBug over on today's coordinating blog post. And don't forget, these kits are also available to Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. If you would like to receive just the consumable kit, please email me at QuitaBugHandmaids@gmail.com. Thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. I'll be back soon with another tutorial. Bye now.